Welcome back to Best of Cape Ann, a podcast where we review places in and around the Cape Ann area. I'm your host, Sophie Larson.
And I'm Lizzie. And this podcast will feature Gloucester, Essex, Manchester, Rockport, as well as the surrounding areas such as Beverly, Salem, and more.
Awesome. So much fun. Today we're going to be reviewing pizza places. We went to Gloucester, Hamilton, Essex, and Beverly. No, we didn't go to Essex. In this podcast, it will be prominently themed that I don't know where I am at any point in time.
So we headed over to Ipswich instead of Essex, but they're pretty close. So
It's sort of close, yeah. Well, Pride's is near... No, wait. Pride's is nowhere close to Essex.
Incorrect. Okay, so...
Pride's is in Beverly.
Yeah. We went to the 4 locations, like you said. Mm-hmm. We headed over to Pride's in Beverly, Riverview in Ipswich, Sebastian's in Gloucester, and the Hamilton House of Pizza in Hamilton. Mm-hmm. So, do we want to start with Pride's?
Sure. Pride's the day we went on a very cold and rainy day.
Yeah, this is the Beverly location, by the way, so it's an outlier of Cape Ann, but nonetheless, it still works.
And it's not like in the center of town anywhere. It's like kind of between Beverly Farms and Beverly, so it's sort of a hike to get there, and parking is kind of limited. I didn't love it when we got it there. The slices were pretty cold and pretty grainy. They did a lot of flour on the dough. I feel like I like Pride's. I've had Pride's before when it's hot and when you get it a slice, but when you go in there and just get a slice, it was underwhelming.
Yeah, as a slice, I didn't love it. I do enjoy their pizzas as a whole. I think just all in all, it comes out hotter. It hasn't been sitting for so long. I think it's just a better quality pizza when you buy the entire pizza, so I don't know if I'd recommend a slice. And it could have just been an off day. I don't want to, blame it on an everyday thing, but I would probably recommend ordering a whole pizza just if you want that quality of freshness and temperature.
Yes.
So the slices themselves, they were on the thinner side. They were pretty big. We actually got them for $1.50, which was a good deal.
That was the cheapest one we got, right?
Yeah, under $2 was the cheapest. They were easy to fold.
Foldability is important.
Yep. And yeah.
They weren't very greasy. Some people like it when they're not greasy. I personally like some grease. I like it when my pizza is dripping down my arm.
Yeah. I feel like on a normal day they might be on a greasier side, but they weren't necessarily. The slice wasn't super greasy today. Or
that day.
The day we bought it. Yeah.
So, overall, out of 10, what would you give?
I would give a 7.
Okay. I would give it 5 or a 6.
Yeah, that's fair. I think a lot of it is like I've had it before, and I think it is a very good pizza, but I think this was an off day.
Pride's isn't my favorite on a good day. So just the fact that it was Pride's and it was just like kind of cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling it.
A little tidbit, that was voted Beverly's best pizza, so that is something to consider if you're planning to order.
Another thing to consider, I know nothing about food. So maybe.
Yeah. This is purely opinion-based.
Yes.
So. All right, so then we headed over to Sebastian's, which is in Gloucester. This is a casual atmosphere, sort of an old-school vibe.
It wasn't like super designy or anything. It was just kind of linoleum floors, just like... It was just a pizza place.
Yeah, it's a nice little establishment. So they're known primarily, I would say, for their sweet sauce. I believe it's a Sicilian-style slice. So
yeah, they had some Sicilian. I think it was Sicilian. They had a lot of like murals and stuff.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, I do think, was it them that had the picture of Adam Sandler? No, that was Hamilton House Pizza. Yeah. Well. I guess they don't have that going for them anymore.
The slices over here, they were not super hot when they came out like Pride's, but they were warmer than Pride's, I would say.
They were warmer, like the sauce hadn't congealed like Pride's had. I liked their pizza. Their dough was very thick.
Yeah. I really liked the sweet sauce, so that was something that influenced me, but if you're not into that,
Yeah.
I would not recommend because that's like a signature.
Less into sweet sauce.
Yeah.
And I do think the sauce overpowered like the cheese and the rest of it.
Yeah.
And I'm a salty kind of gal. I like to taste my cheese. But it's like a good enough sauce that even if you don't like sweet sauce, like I was eating it and it was fine.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I've had sweet sauces where I just couldn't eat the pizza because it just felt like I was eating sugar bread.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, yeah, so it was I'll just reiterate, it was a smaller slice. It had thick crust, and then the sweeter sauce, and that was kind of how to summarize it up, I guess.
Yeah. All right, again, out of 10, what would you give this one?
I would give it an 8. I think that's because I'm biased towards sweet sauce, but yeah, that's my final rating.
I would give it a 6 or a 7. Yep.
All right. Next, we'll head over to Hamilton House of Pizza, which is in Hamilton. Once again, this is a casual atmosphere. Most people, I believe, order takeout or delivery, but the staff was really nice here. They usually are, and so yeah, just a little bit about the atmosphere.
And it was the hottest pizza we got.
Yes,
it was fresh off the presses. Like the rest of them, I think. So this place, it stuck it back in the oven for us.
Yeah, it was very hot. There was a really good balance between the cheese and the sauce.
Yeah, and the sauce, like, even though it wasn't as, like, prominent as a place like Sebastian's, it, like, you could taste, like, the herbs in it.
Yep.
I like a more savory sauce, and
yeah.
that was definitely what I tasted in this, but...
Yep.
Yeah.
These were large slices. These were also easy to fold, which is good. Nice
and greasy. It was, like, Greek style, so it had, like, the thick crust, the grease. I'm a fan of the Greek style pizza. So I really like this place.
Yeah, it was a very classic, I would say, like, it was a very classic, classic slice.
It's just a solid slice of pizza.
Yeah.
Solid slice of za.
Yeah, it was really good. Yeah.
All right.
So, rating?
I gave this a 7 at the time, but after, like, because I wanted to, there's always room for improvement, but I think after reflection, I think I'm going to give it an 8.
Yeah.
I really liked it.
I think I'm going to go with my original, which was a 7. It was really good.
But it's good stuff.
Yeah. All right, so the last place we headed over to, was Riverview in Ipswich. This is when we looked over the Best of Cape Ann pizza. This was the one that was most prominently mentioned. This is a very classic place.
And I think it was the only sit-down place that we went to. Like, yeah. It's mostly a restaurant.
Yeah, it is mostly a restaurant. A lot of the other places just had tables that you could sit at, but I think mostly people do takeout. But at Riverview, you can dine in or order out. It's up to you.
Yeah, and you can't get just slices here.
Yep.
You have to order a whole pizza pie. But you can order a relatively small one if you're just dining for one.
Yeah, the pizzas are all one size and they're pretty small and they're affordable, so it's not really a loss.
Really bad.
Yeah. One thing to note, they do only serve pizza and drinks, so you can't get fries or salads or anything like that. It's a very old school, old fashioned place.
Parking was pretty good there.
Yep, there's a lot of parking.
The only place that we really struggled with parking was Pride's.
Yeah, it's kind of a tough spot, but. I want to talk about the pizza itself.
The pizza itself, like the slices themselves were small.
Yep.
They had good cheese, good balance of sauce and cheese. They were thin. It wasn't the Greek style where you have like a thick slice or a thick crust. It was thin crust, flatbready. I liked it.
Yeah, it came out hot. It was, it was good. Service is always good there.
It's hard to do a walk-in there. Like, it'll take you a little while to do a walk-in.
Yeah.
Calling ahead is a good idea.
Yeah, seating is kind of tough because it gets really popular at night. A lot of locals head over there. So consider that you might have to wait a little while, but it's definitely worth it. It's a great place. So yeah, just to reiterate, there was good balance of the sauce and cheese. It was a thinner pizza on the smaller side, and it was hot when it came out, so... Yeah, and it was definitely more savory. It was not a sweet sauce.
Your thoughts?
I would definitely give it a 9. I'm probably biased towards this place because I have been going there throughout childhood, but I I think it's probably one of the best pizzas on Cape Ann and in the area, so I would give it a 9.
Glowing review.
Yeah.
So I haven't been there for probably like 4-ish years. I don't know why. It's kind of out of the way.
Yeah.
Where we live. I live in Manchester.
Yeah, for us
So
Essex folks, it's right over the line, but...
Yeah, it's hard to get to Ipswich via the highway. You have to really take 127, so you go... What is it?
You have to go through Essex.
You have to go through Essex, that's what I meant. What's that road that takes you from Essex to Ipswich?
I don't know.
You have to go all the way through Essex into Ipswich.
Yeah.
So it's kind of not the most convenient place for me. Plus, it doesn't deliver to my town.
I don't think they deliver at all.
Or at all. Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah.
So I gave it, like, I was kind of coming in as a newcomer. And I think it was really good. I think I'm going to give it a 7.
Yeah.
I don't have that nostalgia factor.
All right. So those are our 4 locations that we went to. We'll do sort of like a final wrap-up now.
Overview.
Yeah.
Summary.
Might do a little comparison.
Conclusion.
So, okay. What was your best to worst?
Best? Oof. So I did Hamilton House of Pizza was my best. I think then it went Riverview, Sebastian's, and then Pride's.
Yep, that's fair. I gotta give Riverview the top spot on this one. And then Sebastian's, Hamilton House of Pizza, and then Pride's last.
Yep.
On a given any other day, that could have changed. We were solely basing it pretty much off of the slice that we got that day, but it,
Yeah. And
doesn't
also,
mean anything.
I will reiterate, I know nothing about food.
Me neither, so
I am not a high-taste gal.
Yeah. It was really just a...
Sling me a slice of raw,
yeah,
I'm in for it.
If I were in the area and needed a slice of cheese pizza, where would be the first place to go if I could go anywhere? Okay, so I guess Sebastian's is probably the place you want to go if you want sweet sauce.
Sweet sauce.
Really good.
Yep. If you're looking for Greek-style pizza, Hamilton House of Pizza. Very good.
Yep. Pride's is more of like a... They have bigger pizzas. I think you can order a regular or a large, or it might be a smaller or large. But I feel like if you're feeding a lot of people, that's a good. It's a
place to go, like if you want to sit down with your family and have a meal.
Yeah, and then Riverview. They're smaller pizzas. I feel like.
Wait, I thought we were just talking about Riverview. Yeah. I'm very sorry. Yeah, that's what I meant to say about Riverview. Good place to sit down and have a meal with your good pals.
Yeah, I agree. And then I feel like, Pride's is probably better if you're feeding a lot of people. But Riverview, it's a good place to go with family if you're celebrating a birthday or graduation or whatnot. Or if you want to order out, I think it's a good idea maybe if you have a smaller group or you're looking, for something on the smaller side. But
Awesome.
Right.
This has been the first episode of Best of Cape Ann. Thank you for listening.
You can go ahead and subscribe if you want to hear more episodes. We should have about 3 or 4 more episodes coming out within the next few weeks, so stay tuned if you want to check those out. And
do we want to give a little preview of what we're going to be talking about in the next few weeks?
Yeah, so we've got a few really interesting topics lined up. We're talking museums in the area, which will probably be either our next or after that topic. And
we're talking the Salem Witch Museum. We're talking the Peabody Essex Museum. Yeah. It's a historic area.
Yeah, and the Cape Ann Museum, which is in Gloucester.
Cape Ann
so
Museum,
that's exciting. And then after that, we've got, some hiking trails, more of a landscape nature sort of episode. So that'll be a fun one. Keep on the lookout for that. All right. Should we?
Oh, and we're doing one. We're going to the North End, which is kind of out of the Cape Ann area, but it's a really cool cultural spot in Boston.
Yep.
The North End of Boston. And we're just going to be doing some bakeries there, maybe some more za. Please slap me every time I say za from now on. So it's going to be a fun couple of weeks.
Yeah. And hopefully we'll give you some places that the locals recommend and not just ones that you can find when you search up Best of Cape Ann, but, just living in the area, some of the places that we go to.
Yeah.
All right, so...
Thank you very much.
Thank you for listening.
Bye.
Bye, see.